Another day, another story. Once upon a time, there was a small town nestled in the mountains, surrounded by dense forests and misty valleys. The town was peaceful, with friendly people and a quiet way of life. However, there was a story that was whispered amongst the locals, a tale of horror and tragedy that had taken place many years ago. It was said that in the late 1800s, a wealthy family had moved into the town, building a grand mansion on the outskirts of the forest. The family was well known for their extravagant parties and lavish lifestyle, but soon, rumors began to spread about their strange behavior and unusual practices. One night, the townspeople were awakened by a blood-curdling scream, followed by a long and eerie silence. The next morning, the family was nowhere to be found, and the mansion was locked up tight. As the days passed, the townspeople became more and more worried, and eventually, they broke into the mansion to investigate. What they found was a scene of unspeakable horror. The walls were covered in strange symbols, and the floors were stained with blood. In the basement, they discovered a secret chamber, where the family had been performing dark and twisted rituals. The family members were nowhere to be found, but it was clear that something terrible had happened to them. Years went by, and the mansion became abandoned, with the townspeople too afraid to go near it. However, strange things began to happen in the town. People reported hearing strange noises at night, and some claimed to have seen ghostly figures lurking in the shadows. One day, a group of teenagers decided to explore the abandoned mansion, curious about the stories they had heard. As they made their way through the dark and eerie halls, they began to hear strange whispers and see flickering shadows on the walls. Suddenly, one of the teenagers disappeared, leaving the rest of the group panicked and scared. They searched the mansion, but their friend was nowhere to be found. As they made their way out of the mansion, they heard a chilling laughter that seemed to be coming from all around them. When they finally emerged from the mansion, they found their friend waiting for them outside, pale and shaking. He told them a story of how he had stumbled upon a hidden room in the mansion, where he saw the ghostly figure of a woman. She had beckoned him closer, whispering in his ear before disappearing into the shadows. From that day on, the teenagers were plagued by nightmares and strange occurrences, and they never spoke of the mansion again. The story of the mansion and its tragic past continues to be told in the town to this day, with many believing that the spirits of the family still haunt the mansion, seeking revenge on anyone who dares to disturb their resting place. Some say that on certain nights, you can hear the screams and whispers coming from the mansion, and see ghostly figures moving in the shadows. Whether or not the story is true, the mansion remains abandoned, a dark and foreboding presence on the outskirts of the town. And those who are brave enough to venture near it, do so at their own peril. Thank you for watching.